Hello, welcome to Kashflow. Today we're going to show you how to create invoices. There are two ways to create invoices in Kashflow. On the left hand side we can select our customer module. If we click directly into a customer record, we'll have the option at the top of the page just to create an invoice, and if we click on this button this will just take us through to the invoicing module and we can create one directly for this customer. Alternatively, on the left hand side we can click into our invoice module. Once we're in here, we'll see at the top of the page we have the option to create. If we click on create, it's going to bring through our next sequential invoice number, and I can free type over that if I wish. We can choose the customer from our customer list, or we can actually just add a new customer in as well. You'll see that it's brought through my customer address, and I can put in a purchase order number as well. On the right hand side we can see the issue date, which is today, and the due date, so that's brought through my 28-day payment terms that I work with my clients, and we can choose the currency. Our default is sterling. On the left hand side you can see we have the option to add in line items. So this is a case of just choosing the right code that this invoice needs to be assigned against. I have my services code in here, and I have some subcategories underneath this as well. So for this client we've done a full day's training, and I've given some business advice as well. It's brought through the description line. I actually did 2 days, so I can just key that, and we can actually free type into here as well. So really easy. It's calculated my price, my VAT. I could free type over this if I wish to as well, so we can make adjustments. As you can see, it's adjusted the VAT in here, and it's adjusted my total. I have my subtotal, my VAT. If you weren't VAT registered, then VAT wouldn't be an option, and I bring up my total amount down the bottom here. We also have the ability to add in comment lines. And that would just appear as a free type line on the invoice itself. We also have the ability to move these around, so they can be bespoke and customised while we're on the screen. Once I'm happy with everything and all the information in the invoice, I can just click save, and that invoice is now saved. We can edit, we can copy it so we can replicate this invoice, we can email it out directly to a customer, and we can just generate the PDF and print these off as well. If we go back to our invoice list, we'll now see that our invoice is now stored within the system, and we can see the date, due date, and the status of the invoice as unpaid. That invoice will then be stored against the customer record. So if we go into the customer record, click on invoice and stats, we can now see that that invoice has appeared within here as well. And that is how easy it is to create invoices in Kashflow.